What's up, family? I am so sorry. I was on and then my computer shut down because if it's not connected to my battery, it shuts down. Of course, I guess. But what's up, everybody? It's your girl Samantha Lee. I'm gonna go ahead and get my self together. I'm also gonna get the banner for the bottom of the thing so everybody can see that. Welcome, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. If you don't know, my name is Samantha Lee. I'm actually going to set up my TikTok now because I don't have that. I didn't get to put that up there. Let me get my TikTok going as well. Sorry. Okay. Let me go live on TikTok as well. Thank you, Pam. Appreciate it. Thank you. I want to do red since we are talking about Valentine's Day. So I don't even know really how this stuff works for TikTok, but yeah, we're just gonna make it work. Yeah, I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Ooh. Okay. Go live. All right. So going live. So yes, you guys, for everybody that's on, I don't know if that's a great angle. Not sure if that's a great angle, but I think it's cool. So yeah, guys, what's going on? Again, it's your girl Samantha Lee. I am here, and we are talking about Valentine's Day. Okay, for being single on Valentine's Day. Now, I still haven't sent myself. Hold on, let me make sure I do this before I move on. Let me make sure I send these questions that were submitted to me the other day. Let me send it to myself. Okay. Make sure I sent. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So for everybody that's joining me tonight, everybody that's on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, it's your girl Samantha Lee. If you guys don't know already, I am a full-time therapist. I'm a full-time content creator. I go on the internet. I share my perspectives on relationships, on life, on different things I see happening in culture. And I put together my opinion or formulate my opinion based upon my education, my observation, my experiences. and I make it into short form and long form content like what you're watching now. So if you guys don't know, that's me. y'all ever watch all that? Y'all ever watch y'all who my in my age range? You remember Amanda on the on all that? Dear Ashley, that's me. Dear Sam, that's me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. It's Ask Ashley. No, look. I love that show. Anyway, you guys don't know that used to be my look. For those who don't know, this is all that. This is all. Y'all, what? Keenan and Kel, y'all missing out. What? Y'all don't understand. When Keenan and Kel show, oh man, when me and my brother used to rap the intro. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Listen, that was when we was doing, okay, I don't know who my age, but we used to have AOL. That was our first introduction to social media, where we could talk to people that weren't in our home, okay? Or talk to somebody after 9 p.m. because that's when we had minutes and we didn't have cell phones, okay? We were on the house phone. And I was 13 years old when I got a Razor phone. All right? It's a different world now. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm going left when we should be going right. Okay, for everybody that's joining me on TikTok, joining me on, somebody said that long cordless phone. Will, you know what it is. And then they had the when they started having cordless phones, I was so excited. Y'all remember three-way calling? I used to be calling my homegirl, my crush, everybody on the phone. We'd be on the phone for hours. We don't even be on the phone anymore, y'all. We don't even be on the phone no more. But when we were growing up, man, we were on the phone. We were on the phone, family. Okay? I was on. That's probably why I could talk for as long as I can. I used to be on that phone for 8 hours. Y'all, who used to be on the phone and they fall asleep on the phone? Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that kind of love. That kind of love is beyond y'all. We talking about 90s and 2000 R&B. We talking about a different type of love. I would go to sleep on the phone, wake up. Oh wait, I didn't hang up on you. Y'all remember? That's the stuff y'all don't know about. Y'all don't know about that. That's a different type of love. That's a different type of love. Okay. Look, that boy said caking. Look, we used to call it caking. you baking a cake? Yep, AIM chat. Y'all know what time it is. Somebody said they was listening to Shirley Murdoch. No, I was listening to Usher. I listened to Usher. I listened to Brandy, TLC. What was some of the stuff? I don't listen. Really, the big one was Usher. I loved Usher. I absolutely loved Usher. I was a big Stevie Wonder fan. Big Michael Jackson fan. And I was a big Usher. Carl Thomas, Boyz II Men. Oh, don't do Boyz II Men. Y'all, if Bended Knee plays right now, if On Bended Knee plays in this instant, somebody get me a microphone. I'm going. If somebody plays 8701, come on now. If somebody plays On Bended Knee in this instant, somebody need to get me a microphone because I'm about to give it my all. Okay? Even when I hear the beginning of it, I just get excited. My ears start perking up. We talking about Tevin Campbell. Can we talk? Come on, y'all. What? We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. If somebody takes me to an R&B night, I promise you're gonna get a show. You're going to get. You didn't plan for it, but prepare your spirit because I'm gonna give you a show, and I'm not gonna sing a word because I can't sing. but I'm going to perform the song. Let's be very clear. Give me a pretend microphone and I'm going to perform. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Okay, do not take me to an R&B. Pam, tell him. Pam, tell him. Take me to an R&B night, 90s and 2000s R&B. I am probably going to stand on somebody's counter. And I'm going to perform the song. Okay? I'm going to perform the song like I wrote it. That's how I'm going to perform the song. Listen, past that, I will choreograph a whole show. You absolutely know. You absolutely know that I will. You absolutely know that I will. You absolutely know that I will. I will. I will choreograph. I will have a whole situation. Oh no, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all not aware of what I would do. Because listen, when you listen to 90s and 2000s R&B, you love different. You love different. That's a proven fact. Somebody get the if you like 90s and 2000s R&B, you love different. You don't love like people love today. They can't handle the type of love that you come to the table with. If you like 90s and 2000s R&B, you love different. You're not with how people love today. You love differently. Yep, you do. You love different. You love with all your being. You love with all your being. They can't handle the type of love you about to. You love people down. That you love different. You probably, and I'm not gonna go there, y'all. I'm getting hot, and I'm talking too much. But all right, I'm talking too much, but I'm gonna say this: the making love is different as well. Let's just be very clear. If you like 90s and 2000s R&B, you make love different too. You do, because it ain't superficial. It ain't superficial. It's deep. We loving down. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to, somebody said I'm spitting facts. I know I am. You love different and you make love different. It's two different. It's completely different stratospheres. I'm talking too much, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Because you love different. You have a different intention. You have a different intention. You come from a different spirit. Yes. You know? Anyway. Let me love you now. Okay. Anyway, somebody had to trust. I'm with you. I'm an 80s baby. I'm 89, y'all. 89. You already know what time it is. You do it with your soul. You do. It's with your soul. That's why you can't sleep with everybody. Because not everybody needs to be attached to your soul. That's a conversation for another day, but that's period. That's why we gotta preserve ourselves. 80, 90, baby, we gotta preserve ourselves. We love different. 80, 90, 80s and 90s babies love different. We do. I don't want to hear it. We love different. We love different. I'm not saying we love well, but we love different. I'm not saying that we're effective. I'm saying we do what we do, and we do it. I'm having too much fun tonight, y'all. I'm having too much fun. But we love different. Somebody said 893. Come on. I'm an 89, baby. Listen, I am dying. We are the one wishers. Fam up. If I had one wish. Oh, man. What was the whole dance? Y'all, what? Don't get me started with one wish. Don't get me with the, if I had one wish. I had to do the spin. Oh, Lord. You saw my leg got up. My leg got up. If you watching TikTok, you saw that leg. I was going to give you the spin. I was giving you the Ray J spin, but I'm sitting. But if I could, I was going to give you a spin. And I was going to get into choreo. I was going to get into choreography, like straight up. We're not playing games. Oh, Let Me Love You. If y'all play Let Me Love You, I just got chills. Play Let Me Love You. Oh, I'm done. It's done. It's over. Let Me Love You is it's a game over. Like there is no one, like I am performing. I might sing. Tevin Campbell's over. I am literally going to. It's okay, y'all. Y'all got me going. Y'all got me going. What y'all talking about? They said babyface computer love. Okay. Oh, Brian McKnight. Come on now. Don't do that to me. Do not bring up Brian McKnight because Sam got some. I gotta calm down. Y'all. I gotta come. If you play Brandy. Oh no, it's over. Y'all don't know. Like I remember. Okay, let me just give y'all the scoop. So my church asked me. My church is Chain Church, and my church a couple years ago asked me to host the women's conference, and they started playing songs, and they saw your girl get. Sam got a little choreo. Sam can dance now. Don't do that. I can't sing, but I can dance. So I started to do my little jig. I was doing my little jig. Oh, what? Y'all didn't know what to look. They were like, I got on the stage like, I didn't know you were that funny. I didn't know you had that much personality. I guess they didn't think I had personality. But if you watch me on any level, you know I got lots of personality. My man ain't never gonna be bored. My man is never gonna be bored. He's never. Oh, never. He's never gonna be bored. Not with me. No. Deborah Cox is crazy. It's actually crazy that you would even bring her up right now. Okay. Sam has a lot of personality. Man, she is like this majority of the time. I like to laugh. Life is too short, man. Like I like to laugh. I like to have fun. Okay. Moving along. So today's conversation, on another note for everybody that's watching me right now is, are you single on Valentine's Day? And here's how to thrive, not just survive. So this comes from a question that I did receive when I put out questions on, what is that? I don't forgot the date. Lodge, y'all know it's a blur. I think this was Monday. So I didn't get to put out the questions that I did the other day. But I'm deciding, I said, today or Wednesday now is the day where I'll answer those questions. Okay. So that's what I'm doing now. One of those questions was, gosh, where is it? Oh, how do we cope with the triggers associated with V-Day and being single? That was the question. How do we cope with the triggers associated with V-Day and being single? And so I said, I'm going to do a whole topic on that. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because I want you guys, I want to reframe Valentine's Day, and I'm also going to give my perspectives. Okay. Now I hope I don't get kicked off of this internet space, because I don't want to do that, but I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion about Valentine's Day. Okay. So we'll get into that. And that's, like I said, the main topic for today. I'm going to answer some of these questions that were submitted out of respect, because I didn't get to it on Monday like I was supposed to. So, okay. Some of these questions, I'm just going to read the questions because I said I would. This is not, I'm not going to say who said what or asked me for what, but I'm just going to say the questions out of respect. So one of the questions was, will you marry me? How did you figure out your purpose and your calling? That's a great question. My purpose, when I found out, like, I got to back up to move forward. There was a time in my life where I felt like I was just feeling bad for myself, right? I was just feeling bad for myself, situation I was in, things, whatever. And I felt like I heard God tell me, you can't, there's nothing I can do with you not moving. And he prompted me to move. He prompted me to just stop like wallowing and wanting people to do right by me, wanting people to do certain things. Like, why didn't they do this? Why did they do that? I can't believe they did this. I can't believe. No, it was like, no, what are you going to do? Like, you can sit here and feel bad for yourself, or you can get up and do something. And I started really I did everything that came to my mind. Everything, every business, everything that came to my mind, I did. Some of those things didn't work out. Some of those things did work out. But it was one of those things where it was like, God was like, I need you to move so you can figure out what aspect of this actually resonates with you. And I've always been told that purpose is something that you'll do if you weren't paid to do it. Like, if there's something in your life that you would do and no one had to pay you any money to do it, but you would do it, and people get paid to do it, that's purpose, right? And so I started doing things like I do here. I do I do different types of, I don't know what this is. I did all different types of things. When I got to this, when I got to doing Bible studies online, I did a free form Bible study called Miracle Monday. I was doing another show called I Was Her, where I was interviewing different people on Instagram. And y'all, like, I loved it. I love interacting with people. I love having conversations that are meaningful. I love that. And I like just sharing knowledge. I just enjoy it. I just do. And so I realized that when I was on camera and doing these things, as much as I was afraid of a camera years ago, but once I kind of got over that fear and got over that anxiety, I loved it. And I started tapping into purpose. But it was more about just being able to connect with people. Like, I love connecting with people. I love, having conversations. I love speaking life into people. I enjoy it. I enjoy putting people on game. I enjoy meeting people where they are. I mean, I just enjoy that. I love that. I could do it all day. And so that's how I found purpose. So, yeah. All right. Next thing was, do you think it's necessary for a man to be out of debt before he starts dating or getting married? Do you think it's necessary for a man to be out of debt before he starts dating or getting married? I don't like the notion, personally, I don't like the notion that we have to be perfect before we get into a relationship, or we have to be perfect before we get married. It's almost the same way I look at it, like when people say I have to be perfect before going into church, or perfect before, getting serious about their faith, or I got to have everything together before I do blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't like that notion, because no one is perfect. And it kind of sets an unrealistic expectation that to get to certain places mentally, spiritually, emotionally, that I think marriage is a team, right? Like, I don't think it's, I think you should be whole. I think you should be whole. I don't think that you should be perfect. I think that you should be okay with you just being with you, and you not needing somebody else to fill you up, because that's a problem. I think that relationships today, because they fail, because I think people are going into it wanting someone to fill them, wanting someone to do something for them that they should be able to do on their own. And so it becomes, the Bible says, and I hate to bring up Bible, but it says that in Jeremiah, it talks about how in Jeremiah 2:13, it says, my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living water, and they have created cisterns for themselves, broken cisterns that hold no water. So people have decided, like, forget God. I'm just going to fulfill myself with relationships. I'm going to fulfill myself with success. I'm going to fulfill myself with productivity. I'm going to fulfill myself with friendships. I'm going to fulfill myself in all these other ways outside of God. And they don't understand that it's a broken cistern that cannot hold water. That if you make money your goal, if you make money where you're like the ultimate, what happens is that there will never be enough money. You'll make $1 million, it won't feel like enough. $10 million won't feel like enough. $50 million won't feel like enough. $500 million won't feel like enough. It will never be enough. There will never be enough money for you to feel fulfilled because you put your fulfillment in a broken cistern. If it's women, no woman will ever be enough. It'll be women after women after women, and you will never feel like you're enough. That's why there's men, they'll have a good woman and they'll cheat because they're trying to find their fulfillment. They're trying to find their like feeling like I'm man enough through a woman, and that's never going to do it for you. It's never going to do it for you. You have to be able, the first part of this is being able to understand that there's an aspect of who you are that has to be fulfilled before getting into a relationship. Has to be. And if you go in, and women do this too, they think that a man's going to fulfill them. They think a rich man's going to fulfill them. They think a guy that's got status is going to fulfill them. A guy that can do X, Y, and Z. It will never fulfill you. It's not meant to fulfill you. It's supposed to add to you. It's not supposed to make you. And I think that we go into the relationships like with a bad with a perspective that I don't think is sustainable. And I think that's why it gets broken. Because people are not going into relationships for the right reasons. They're going into relationships to fulfill ego, to feel like somebody want me, somebody like me, somebody need me. You know, trying to prove something to themselves or trying to prove something to their past, but not trying to really find fulfillment in the relationship. That's why. I want to thank the people that are going to, that are hitting up the Cash App. Thank you guys for contributing to the Cash App. I just saw somebody contribute. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. I think that was said Springer. It came up and, in and out. So thank you guys that are hitting up the chat. I think somebody else did before that, but I quickly saw it and went to another thing. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. All right. So again, I don't think a man should be out of debt, but I think it should be something where you're working on your debt. I wouldn't want to go into a relationship with somebody with debt. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't want that. I would want to go in clean slate. If it was me, does that mean I'm not going to date anybody until I'm out of, I'm out of debt, but but I'm saying like, I don't want, I got to pay my car. I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much. I say too much. I talk too much on the internet. But no, I think that, maybe you might give yourself a goal to when you want to get out of debt. You might want to give yourself a goal, but I don't think you have to be perfect. Again, I'm just yeah. I do think you should be honest about the debt, though. I think you should be honest about the debt. If you have debt, be honest about the debt. Thank you, Tyrone, for the Cash App. Thank you. So I think you should just be honest. Would like to get to know, are you open for convo? Okay. Will you allow me a date with you on V-Day? What's for dinner? Okay. Talk about knowing when it's the right time that it's time to start a relationship. I'm going to go back to my first answer. When you're fulfilled by yourself. I think that naturally I've been listening to a lot of different, talks. And I think that relationships naturally come when you're ready. I really believe that. And I don't mean you're ready because you want a relationship. I mean, you're ready like you are ready for a relationship. I think that there's a certain season where you meet the I believe there is a right person for you. I'm not one of those people that believe just anybody just take whoever wants you. I don't believe in that. That's not something I subscribe to. I believe in somebody that honestly, let's cue lovers and friends. Can we be lovers and friends? No, but I mean honestly, you want somebody that you're attracted to that you could be friends with. That's really what I look for now. I before it was like attraction or other things, but somebody that like genuinely likes me as a person and I really genuinely like them as a person and we're attracted to each other. Like I don't believe in forcing attraction. I know some people they like, oh, do they have this or do they have that? And that supersedes attraction. I want to be attracted to the person that I decide to be with. That's just me. I want my body to want to do something to the person that I decide to be with. I'm just being honest. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh. you with somebody, you see women, I'm like, you don't want to touch him for real. You don't want him for real. I would never want to be in a situation where I'm with somebody because of like I just need him. I don't not attract like this is let's say it's pillow, right? Let's say it's gold pillow. I want to be like I love gold pillow. I can't keep my hands off a cold pillow. I do not want to be in a situation where gold I'm like sitting like sitting like this with just gold pillow. Like gold pillow, don't touch me. Gold pillow. Ooh, don't touch me, gold pillow. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I want gold pillow on me. Come here, gold pillow. That's it. You can sit on my lap, go. But yeah, I'm kidding. I joke. But for real, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm not attracted to the person that I'm dealing with. I want to be very attracted to the person I'm dealing. I've asked God that. I pray that. I tell God that. I'm like, God, send me a man that if it's from you, at least make me so attracted to him that I can't like control myself. That's how attracted I want to be to the man that I want. I want to be like his Sam, sit on your hands. For real. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want somebody tell her to relax. That's the kind of man that's what I want to feel about my, situation. That's what I want to feel. I don't know about y'all, but that's not, somebody said not sit on your hands. No, for real. Sit on your hands. Sit on your hands, Sam. Don't touch them. Ooh, I can't. Jeez. Oh no, Sam, stop. Like that's what I want to be. I want to be that level of like, I can't take you. Like that's the level. I really want that. Like I mean, he don't have to be the finest thing. I'm not saying he got to be fine. I'm saying I got to be that attracted to that person. You know, physical attraction obviously plays a role, but you can be attracted to somebody and it may defy what other people find as attractive. I just am that attracted to them. He got to be fine to me to where I feel like I can't control myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the thing is, I'm really good at hiding it at first. I'm great. I am great at hiding attraction. But like kind of. I mean, there's some if you know me, you know I'm attracted. Like if somebody knows who I am, they know that I'm like, oh, she definitely think he fine. Or she definitely attracted to him. But no. Tribal, it's not lust. I mean, is that lust? Yeah, you do. I don't think that it's wrong to desire your partner. I think lust and love, I want to lust after them, but I feel like there's if I love you, I'm going to want you more. Like if I love you, It's not about their physical appearance. Let's start there. It's not about their physical appearance. It's about me being drawn to them for some reason, right? That's how we start, being drawn to them. But if it's not, like, at first, obviously, if I don't know them, it's got to be lust. Like, I don't know them like that, right? But over time, me being that drawn to someone and like that attracted them, and guys, let me be clear. Let me be clear. You're going to get the best version of a woman if she's attracted to you. If a woman's not attracted to you and she's finding ways to be attracted to you because maybe the package makes sense for her or the package is ideal, but she's not attracted to you, you're not going to get the best version of her because she's there for circumstantial things. So, for example, y'all get into an argument and she like, I didn't like that. I don't think you cute anyway. Like, there's a certain level of fight she's not going to have because she's not attracted to you. Now, this happens as well when women get fed up, right? When women get fed up in a relationship, they get mad at you, they get tired of you, they start losing attraction for you and respect for you. And when a woman loses respect for you, you might as well go. Because it's very hard to get that back. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I couldn't do that. Anyway, so I'm saying that, but I'm just saying we have to understand women and men were very different. But I will say personally, somebody said on the other, well, you're a very passionate person, Sam, so you can't expect anything less from you. You got the energy for love, so if you want them, you want them, right? Well, yeah, no, agree. I think I agree. Somebody wrote me on here and said, I lost all attraction and respect for my man. We've been through too much. I agree. I think that when a woman gets fed up, it can make the finest dude look ugly. Because women, it's emotional. Where we are, it's all emotional, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean, Joss, that it's over. That means you might need to take a little break and give some time. And I think that's the part that I think men make the mistake. You try to force it, let the woman have some space, and then let her come back to you. It takes about 6 months. 6 months, honestly. For a woman to calm all the way down, it takes about 6 months. She calms down, and then you can revisit the situation. A woman at that point of anger, upset, she's not thinking clearly. She thinks her life is better off without you. She's not thinking that this is going to work. She actually thinks she's done with you. Until 6 months later, it then hits her, oh, I still love him. My walls have come down, and now I kind of don't want the breakup anymore. That's how women are. I don't know why we're like that, but that's how we always are. We're like, F it, I'm done. Forget this. I don't want to be with him no more. We do all this stuff. And then bam, 6 months later, we're like, wait, is he moving on? I don't want him to move on. I kind of miss him. I don't know if I'm going to do better than him. That's what happens. And women try to play that game with, the thing is, because they've done so much, they try to play the game like they're done with you, like they can't stand you. But when a woman really tries to amp up the I can't stand you energy, a woman who really, really done with you is indifferent. A man who's really, really done with you is indifferent. When they got a lot of energy for you, they got a lot of fight for you, they going back and forth, they giving you a lot of emotion, they're not over you. They're not. They can still, what is this? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you're not over me. I don't make the rules. You're not over me. Because if I'm indifferent, that means I'm done. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. I don't care. So when people do this whole rah, 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 I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. I forget them. They're terrible people. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you're not done with them. You're trying to make me believe you're not done with them by pretending you're done with them. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. Because I didn't even get into our topic and I'm in 41 minutes. I'm going to answer one more question. Yeah. How to get back with an ex from afar. How to get back from an ex from afar. How to get back with an ex from afar plays into the second question. It's going to be my last question from this, and then we'll get into the single on Valentine's Day topic. How you get back with an ex from afar, you don't. If you want an ex back, you can't be afar. The problem with today's society is that we don't like rejection. We don't like putting ourselves in a position to be vulnerable. The only way to get an ex back is to be vulnerable. Only way to get an ex back is to put your ego to the side and apply pressure, but also understanding the balance between pressure and no pressure, meaning that it's not constant pressure, it's in and out pressure, meaning I am in and I'm out. It also depends on why the relationship ended to begin with. Some people assume because you miss somebody, that means that you need to be with them. No, it just means that you spent time with them. And psychologically speaking, I can't spend time with you and not miss you because time breeds investment. That's why when I tell guys, or even on the internet, I say, you watch a woman for a long time, you're invested in her. You may not realize it, but you're now invested in that woman. You spent time with her, whether it was direct time, FaceTime, or you just looked at her on the internet every day. You've invested in a woman, right? Investment breeds attachment. That's what it does. That's what it's always done. So when you invest time with somebody, you're inevitably going to miss them. Inevitably. Inevitably, you are going to miss them. So when people say, I miss them, that's why I should go back. No, that's not a justifiable reason to go back. You just miss them. That's what happens when you spend years with somebody, months with somebody. That is natural. You're now mourning the loss of somebody that you thought would never leave. That is a natural situation. Natural. So for me, it's about what has changed to where the relationship can now work. Because here's the thing, if nothing changes, nothing changes. If we're the same, you're the same person, I'm the same person, and we trying to make the same relationship work, that's insanity. But if something about the situation has significantly changed to where we can make things work, then we can have a conversation. Otherwise, we're not talking about anything. So that's why I say to you guys, if you're trying to get an ex back, you got to put your ego to the side and you got to put yourself out there. But I'm not saying you're on their phone every day, calling them every day. You just let them know, hey, you know what? Send them one really emotional message that's very to the point. You don't have to, you just gonna have to, and you might have to do it in person. It might be an in-person situation. Hey, let's meet up. I would really love to take you out to eat, whatever the case may be. And then you take them out and you tell them how you feel. And then you judge by their reaction. Are they down or are they not? Are they in it? Or are they out? But you have to put yourself out there. That's not going to guarantee that you don't get rejected. That's not going to guarantee that this is going to work out. It's just, you've got to put something out into the atmosphere for something to come back. You can't, I know we're all trying to protect ourselves from pain, and I understand that. But the only way to get a reward is to risk. No risk, no reward. You can't make a basket without shooting a shot. You can't just kind of back and kind of shoot the shot. No, if you're gonna shoot the shot. And here's the thing, family. If you shoot the shot, so what? You get hurt. You've been hurt before. We're resilient, family. I don't know where we have this. We've bred this culture of like desperately not avoiding pain. I know it's hard. But pain is a part of the process. It just is. Pain is a part of our process. It's part of God's process. Nothing God gave in the Bible was given without pain, was given without discomfort. We just assume that because it's painful or it's hard or it's challenging or there's doubts, that means it's not God. No, the opposite is true. Everything that even Jesus, he found when he got to the cross, he knew he was supposed to be on that cross. Did that mean he didn't have doubts? Did that mean he didn't want to get out of it? Did that mean he didn't have pressure? Did that mean he didn't experience lots of pain by people that he was dying for? No, he experienced all that. Pain is part of process, and we can't avoid pain because we're afraid of process. We're too scared. We're too, I've been hurt before. I don't know. No, you can't think like that. You cannot think like that. We're too resilient. We done been through too much. Life is too short to allow ourselves to be limited by pain. We over here so scared of making a move because we're afraid somebody's going to say no or what if they say yes? Maybe your mind meditating on the wrong thing is attracting the wrong thing. Okay? I hate when people just never been hurt by a female. No, I don't like it with the whole ego talk, y'all. Just keep it real. You get a lot further faster. Just keep it real. I've been hurt. It's okay to say you've been hurt before by somebody. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay. All right, let's move on, y'all. All right, family, let's move on. Okay, so Valentine's Day. So here's the thing, y'all. This is what I think. And this is just me. I'm going to make it very, very short because I don't want to get cut off the live. Valentine's Day to me is it's obviously, and I think it might be, I don't know if it's all over the world, so don't quote me. It's a man-made holiday to find a reason to get people to spend money. That's what it is. Okay. Capitalism at its finest. We're going to make this day. People going to spend lots of money. It's great for the economy. That's what it's about. Is it founded on love and principle? I don't believe that. I believe it's capitalism. That's what I think. That might not be a popular perspective, but it's a marketing situation. Oh, if you don't have a Valentine's Day, what's wrong with you? Oh my goodness, you're single on Valentine's Day? Oh my gosh. What is the world coming to? Jesus. No, it's okay. Like it's a holiday that was created. It's all right. All right. So anyway, I just think that there is a lot of pressure to have a Valentine on Valentine's Day. That's obviously intentional. Why? Because then we make up Valentines. We date people we don't want to date. We do things that we don't want to do in order just to say we have a Valentine on Valentine's Day. And then people spend money, go to restaurants, buy flowers, buy candies, do all these things for Valentine's Day, right? I understand the pressure. The reason why there's pressure is because it was marketed to create pressure. That's what it's done. It's same thing with Christmas, same thing with every other holiday. It's marketed to put pressure and apply pressure. So I'm definitely not going to say that there's no pressure, because there is. But what I am saying is that you do not have to succumb to the pressure. You do not have to carry the pressure. You can acknowledge that there is pressure. You can acknowledge that there's And it may not feel comfortable, may not feel great. And we're going to get into what we can do to change that. Because just because you don't have a Valentine's Day doesn't make you any less of a human being. There's a lot of people that are going out there making up Valentines, dating people they don't even like, going on dates with people they don't even like, just to say they got a Valentine. To me, that's some very superficial stuff, personal, because it's a holiday. It's a holiday that comes and goes. And yeah, I don't know. If I was a guy, I would appreciate the lack of pressure. I would appreciate the lack of having to buy a bunch of stuff for somebody and do this whole performance. I think that would be, if I was a guy, that's how I feel. As a woman, I look at it like a positive because I can get me what I want. I look at it as more of a day of love, right? And love is not only romantic love. That's the love that is highlighted on Valentine's Day, but it's love. It's a holiday that is supposed to be founded on love. And if that is true, then all types of love and all types of loving relationships are in the running for Valentine's Day. Meaning I could talk about self-love on Valentine's Day. I can treat myself really well on Valentine's Day, because the lack of love, the one person that may be lacking love the most in my world is me. So I might be loving me really well on Valentine's Day. I might do what I want to do on Valentine's Day. You know how many Valentine's Days I've gone and it'd be like, and it's not necessarily what I wanted or no, I'm going to get me everything I want to get me on Valentine's Day. I'm going to eat everything I want to eat on Valentine's Day. If I want my Valentine's Day to be special, instead of fixating on it being only romantic love, I'm going to make it more about love. Just love. I love my baby. I'm gonna make Soraya some steak, some of her favorite foods to eat. We're gonna go get cupcakes. We're gonna go get our favorite flowers, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna enjoy our Valentine's Day together. Okay. And so for me personally, that's how I look at it. I don't look at it like I'm losing anything. I don't look at it like I'm, less of a person because I don't have it. No. I'm not one who's going to force nothing if it ain't there. I'm not somebody who's going to force a connection with somebody just to have, well, that's not necessarily true. I have been that person. I ain't going to say I haven't. I was delivered from that. So let me just be clear. I have been a person that has gone out on dates on Valentine's Day and it was not who I want to go on a date with. I just wanted a Valentine. But like I said, after I've gotten a little bit wiser and understood it a little bit more, I didn't allow myself to do that anymore. I'm not going to allow a holiday to make me feel some type of way about my situation. But again, that's what it was marketed to do. That is the job of the marketers, is to make you feel less than if you don't have a Valentine. And somebody said on here, it's a pagan holiday. I don't know the facts behind pagan holidays. I don't talk, it might be. It might be. I don't know. I want you guys to really, like I said, shift the focus from Valentine's Day being less about romantic love if you don't have romantic love, and celebrating the love you do have in your life. Celebrating the people that love you and show up for you, right? If it's a friend that maybe also doesn't have a Valentine, send them flowers. Spend time with them. Spend time with people that love you and you love them. Don't make it about or try to force romantic love that ain't there. That's how I feel about it. We put all our pressure on ourselves for a holiday that literally comes and goes. So again, like I said, redefining the meaning of Valentine's Day for you. Now, some people like the idea of it being a pagan situation, or it's a pagan holiday. I don't know all the facts of that. I'm not one to really get into. I don't know. But that's possible. I don't look at it as a real holiday. I don't look at it like a real holiday. So to me personally, I try not to, get into my head about that. It's just not. If I look at it like what it is marketed to make me feel this way, it helps me to see that, okay, I'm not going to allow myself to feel that way because I know this, right? And again, there's all different types of love: family love, friendship love, love for yourself. Just shifting your mindset, family. The most powerful thing that we can do is reframe. Okay. Reframing should be your best friend. Reframing anything should be your best friend, because it's the way we think about things, is the way we process things that has us feeling some type of way. When we feel like we look at Valentine's Day as this holiday and we don't have a Valentine and we're so sad. Oh my goodness, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Okay, it's going to make you feel some type of way because you're looking at it like you're less than because you don't have a Valentine. My thing is, when I have a Valentine, I want it to be the Valentine I want to have. I don't want to just have a Valentine to have a Valentine. I want a Valentine every day. I want somebody that I love in my life every day, not somebody that's just there for the day. No, what's that? What's the point of that? I'll just save that time in those moments for somebody that I genuinely love. Right. And and it shouldn't be just one day where we celebrate love. Love is something that we should be celebrating every day. So I think shifting your mindset, right? Number 2 is prioritizing self-love. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a holiday where you're trying to find romantic love or you're even trying to spend time with a friend. It might be, I'm going to get me a facial. I'm going to get my favorite bottle of wine. I'm going to get me, I'm going to cook my own favorite meal. I'm going to order my favorite food. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to do what somebody else wants me to do. And to be honest with you, that alleviates a lot of pressure. Have y'all ever been on Valentine's Day and you're feeling like, dang, I don't know what they want. I don't know what they like. You feeling the pressure to kind of like perform on Valentine's Day and do the right things. You don't have that pressure. You can do whatever you want to do. You can watch the game. You can do, and it's on a Friday too. Like somebody said they gonna cook them a salmon, some wine, and Netflix. That sounds amazing. Get you some, like, I'm gonna get me my extra toasty Cheez-Its. I'm gonna get me my extra toasty Cheez-Its. Me and Sarai already said I told her I'm gonna go get me some steak and I'm gonna marinate her steak tomorrow. We're gonna have that ready and waiting for her. I'm gonna go get some spinach for the rice. We gonna really do it up. I might even, if there's some plantains that I can find, I might make her some plantains. I'm gonna do it up. I'm going to, use this holiday like, okay, when next holiday, I'll cook for somebody or whatever, or we go out to eat, whatever the case may be. You don't have to subscribe to what they say. You make this what you want it to be. Somebody said host a Galentine's event. Hold on, I might went too far. Sorry. Unplug from your social media. So if you already know, family, that a silent heart holding a secret love Valentine. Okay. If you already know that Valentine's Day is a really, really tough hot day for you, don't go on social media. Don't be bombarded with everybody posting with a man for the first time in 9 months. Okay, that's when everybody want to pop out, and you didn't even realize they had a relationship, but now they popping out in relationships on Valentine's Day. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not what you want to see, if that's going to mess with your mental, don't do it. Get off the gram. Get off of TikTok. Get off of social media for the day. You know what I'm saying? Watch what you wanted to watch. Protect your peace. If that's going to mess you up, if that's going to make you feel lonely, don't look at it. Use some discipline, use some discernment. Don't put yourself in a position to feel like you don't have something. Just turn it off. And then reach out to others, reach out to others, talk to other people. The biggest thing that you have to know, guys, there's always something to be grateful for. And just because you don't have a Valentine, you paying rent. Were you able to pay your rent this month? Were you able to pay your bills this month? Is your family healthy? Are your kids healthy? Do you have a job in today's society, in today's culture? You have to think about the things that you're grateful for. Instead of focusing on the one thing you don't have, focus on everything that you do have. Do you have cable? Do you have working heat and air system? Do you have a car? What do you have? Don't focus on the lack. Focus on the things that you do have. So number 3, I said surround yourself with community. Family, community is very important. Community is very, very important. So if you're feeling lonely, get a friend. If you don't like being alone, get your homegirls over. Get one of your best friends over. Plan it, make it a girls' day. If don't isolate if that's not what's best for you on this Valentine's Day. Make it a point to get out of that. Even if you don't have somebody you can go out with, go to a place where there's people. To where you're feeling the energy of other people. Don't isolate on this holiday. Or work. Some people say they offer to babysit for a friend, or they volunteer, or they do things, and also do nice things for other people. If you don't have a Valentine, so I always say you reap what you sow in this life. That's law. So if you want to give to somebody else, send flowers to somebody that's not expecting it. Do something kind, do something loving. You'd be surprised what that does for you. You know what I'm saying? Send flowers to somebody and it surprises them. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got flowers today. I wasn't expecting it. Send your friend $25 to go get something to eat. $25 to go get something, whatever. Get their nails done, whatever the case, or $45, $50 for their nails done, whatever the case may be. Just do something kind for somebody else. That really is really gratifying, Again, I want you guys to really think about this, just acknowledging the honesty in the feelings, acknowledging how you feel. Acknowledging how you feel. I think that some people, they try to make it seem like the big bad wolf, like, oh, I don't care. I don't need nobody, blah, 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 blah. But they do. You cannot heal what you do not reveal. If you're feeling some type of way about not having a Valentine's Day, say it. Or Valentine on Valentine's Day, say it. Don't hide it, because then you just make it worse. And then from there, once you heal, or once you reveal it and you're able to heal it, start choosing things that are going to make you happy. Start choosing things that are going to make that day good for you. Don't get into the headspace. If you like playing video games and that's your thing, play video games on Valentine's Day. If that's what makes you happy, go do that. If your thing is you like to eat Spanish food like me, go get you a plate of Spanish food. Either make it or go buy it. Make it exciting for you. If you're like me, and I'm always like, on my diet and trying to be on point, on Valentine's Day, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to live my life. In the evening, I'm going to be good all day, and then at night, I'm going to eat crazy. That's just how I feel. And like I said, just maybe even start writing down what you want to do in the future with somebody. Like, okay, you know what? I don't have Valentine, but I decree and declare that next Valentine's Day, when I'm with my Valentine, we gonna do this in Jesus' name, God willing. Start thinking about things you would want to do with the person that you're with. that you really genuinely with, not just with for Valentine's Day. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in the propaganda that's being pushed to you, the agenda that's being pushed to you, so much so that you start finding people to be your Valentine that you don't have no type of relation with, that you don't have no type of nothing with. You're just don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. No. Make it a different type of holiday. Do something different. Don't succumb to that, family. Do not succumb to that. Do not succumb to that. Do not succumb to the pressures that are being marketed to you to where you feel like you're not good enough, that there's something wrong with you because you don't know. There's nothing wrong. It's just a day where people are spending money on a feeling or an emotion that should be there every day. So that's those are my remarks. I don't think singleness, to me, singleness is not a curse. I am single. I don't think I'm going to be single for long. But I'm going to speak that over my life, but you enjoy it. You enjoy the journey that God has you on. You embrace the journey that God has you on. And there's going to be a season where you may want to be single again, right? There'll be a season where you're like, man, I'm in a relationship. I want to be, we always want what we do not have. So just really soak in like where you are. Really soak in. I think we fight so much against the journey that we're on. I'm guilty of that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm guilty of that. You fight against the journey that you're on. You just want things to happen a certain way. You feel like things should look a certain way. And you realize that when you get to a certain point, especially for me, when you release and just let God be God, just let God be God. Surrender to the process. Surrender to the process, the plan that He has you on. And just enjoy the journey. That is easier. It is so much easier to accept what life comes because we just want things to happen a certain way. We want things to happen this way. We got to have this man this way. We got to be in a relationship at this point. We can't. No, like at some point you got to release and let God. It's surrender. It's almost like going into a lake or a body of water and the tide is running in one direction and you're trying to run against the tide. You have a better chance of not drowning by just letting it flow, just going with the tide, not fighting so hard against the tide of life. Somebody wrote, thank you, Asmatis Thanatos. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, be thankful you're not in a toxic relationship. I've seen too many of those. Date someone where you both enhance each other, not break each other down. 100%. 100%. I see more of those than anything. I am, yeah. Be grateful you're not in something toxic. There's people that are celebrating Valentine's Day with somebody that's absolutely toxic. Or people celebrating Valentine's Day with somebody they don't even really like. See where people celebrating Valentine's Day and they just like, this dude made me sick. Oh my gosh, here you go. No. Celebrate Valentine's Day with a person that you know got your back. You and Jesus, right? You don't know, like it's celebrated. Celebrate it. Don't fight against it. There's going to be a time where you're not going to be in this position. There's going to be a time where you're going to have a person on Valentine's Day. This is just a temporary situation. This does not have to be a life sentence. Learn the lessons you're supposed to learn, grow from it, become better, not bitter, and move forward. Move forward. Don't allow this marketing strategy to make you feel less than about where God has you in life right now. Don't let the enemy win. And I know it's easier said than done, but don't let the enemy win. Okay? All right, so I'm going to take some questions here, family, and close out. We got 4 minutes, so I'll probably take a couple questions. I see, what can we do for you on this Valentine's Day? I mean, you don't got to do nothing for me on Valentine's Day. Do something for you on Valentine's Day. You've actually made some incredible content. Thank you, Cunningham. Somebody asked me what my sign is. I don't subscribe to signs, but I'm a Scorpio. Well, thank you, Jabari, for thinking about doing something, doing something for me or wanting to do something for me on Valentine's Day. Trust God and you will have an awesome Valentine's Day. I've had plenty of those. Absolutely. Absolutely. You speak life over it. Speak life over your Valentine's Day. I like Valentine's Day no matter what. Thank you for the super chat, Patrick. He said, I like Valentine's Day no matter what. Seeing people loving each other is better than hate. Single myself. It's all good. Love yourself. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. I love that. That's my thing, you guys. Like 6 side dudes. You know, somebody said on my YouTube, they said they have 6 side dudes on Valentine's Day. I don't know. If you got, now I feel like you lying, you joking, and I'm just gonna take it as a joke. But if you got 6 side dudes, you keep that to yourself. You really got 6 side dudes. You don't tell nobody that. You just stay. You just keep that between you and the Lord. You got to keep that between you and the Lord Jesus. Okay? Do not tell nobody that anymore. I know you're not serious. I know. I'm just kidding. Somebody say you're so talented and disciplined. It's really hard to not notice. Thank you, YS. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to say, Sam, that you pour so much into your following and so transparent. There's no way the love you give will not be reciprocated. Thank you so much. I feel so much love from y'all anyway. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do. I love being able to connect with you guys in this way. This is like so, for me, it's so invigorating. It means a lot to me that you guys like, you know, rock with what I do and follow and support and comment, and it means a lot to me. It means so much to me. Thank you. Oh, somebody said you mean a lot to us. Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all, man. I really do. I love y'all. Tyrone said, I'm kidding, I think. I need you, Sam. And no, I'm not thirsty. God continue to fill me up as he wakes me up every day. But your words and wisdom alone drives me crazy. Respect. Thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you for that. That's a very beautiful thing to say. Thank you. All right, y'all. Like, again, Leonard said it best right here. He said, I try to make it a day of extreme joy. And that's really where I want to leave it off at. You make your Valentine's Day whatever you want it to be. Like I said, we made it a romantic concept, but it does not have to be romantic. Your child could be, you love your child, you love your mom, you love your dad, you love your sibling, you're close to your best friend. It could be anybody. Do not allow yourself to get so caught up in the agenda that's being pushed that you just allow it to push you into circumstances and situations that are beneath you. I said this on a reel the other day. I said, do not settle for the wilderness when there's a promised land with your name on it. There were some Israelites that right before the promised land, they gave up. They decided to just inhabit the land right before the promised land. Keep on pushing. When it gets harder, there's a breakthrough that's coming. You have to understand when it comes to the Bible, when it comes to when I read it over and over again, the stories are clear. It's always a breaking before a breakthrough. There is always a breaking before a breakthrough. It feels like everything is falling apart. It feels like it's never going to happen. It feels like X, Y, and the Z. The breaking always comes before breakthrough. That's part of it. That is a part of the process. There's not a person that you could read about in the Bible that did not have to go through process before they got to breakthrough. And some people say, forget it, whatever, I'm giving up. I don't like it. I don't like being uncomfortable. But unfortunately, y'all, the only way to get the breakthrough, the only way to get to promised land, only way is to get through process. And process is uncomfortable. Process comes with doubt. Process comes with unbelief. Process comes with it feeling like nothing's happening when you do not know what's happening. Process comes with pain. It's part of process. Stop running away from pain. Stop running away from being uncomfortable. Stop running away from moments where you do not show. Stop running away. I know it hurt. I know your heart was broken. I know things have happened, but do not run. You are not a runner. You're an overcomer. Yes, it gets hard before it gets easy. And sometimes hard and it being challenging, sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes it's an indication you went the wrong direction. But if you really truly feel like you're trying to hear from God and you're really going about this the right way, you have to understand God is a God of process. He is not going to give you the keys to the car unless you have shown him that you are able to drive. And some of y'all are confusing your desire for relationships, confusing your desire to be married with being ready for it. Being ready for it and wanting it are two completely different concepts. You see it on the internet all the time, or you see it on TV all the time, where people are like, I want to be married, I want to be married, I want to be married. But when it comes down to actually being married, you have no idea what that responsibility even entails. You have no idea what type of process. It means you've got to get uncomfortable. It means you've got to sacrifice. It means you've got to be able to be resilient. It means you got to have a long faith. It means you've got to be able to communicate even when you don't feel safe being vulnerable. That is a part of process. And if you are not allowing God to create, to process you, you will not be good for relationships. Because marriage is challenging. Getting through relationships are challenging. You have two unique individuals coming together, hopefully for purpose. There's no way that that's not going to look convoluted. There's no way that you're not going to face attack. There's no way that you're going to be going through things and growing through things while in process. So it's a thing that I've been able to tell myself, to be honest with you. I've had to say to myself, God is putting me through process. And instead of me fighting it, instead of me trying to run against the tide, I surrender. I surrender. And I'm going to make the best of this time. That's what I want you guys to do. If it means you got to get off social media, if it means you got to do whatever you got to do to protect your peace, do it. But put more energy into creating a plan on that day that you can be excited about. Because let me tell you something. I've been around people. They be on Valentine's Day with people. They got a Valentine, but they're not happy on Valentine's Day. They fight on Valentine's Day. They miserable on Valentine's Day. They had a good moment, and then now it's off to the races, and it's World War III right before they go to sleep that night. Like, there are people that are in relationships having Valentines that are unfulfilled, that are not in good relationships. So enjoy the process. Because there's going to be a Valentine's Day when you married, you're in a relationship, it's not happy, but you got a Valentine. You know? And I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to speak ill of marriage, but inevitably, there's going to be a moment when you're not happy. Inevitably, there's going to be a moment where that person is not going to make you happy. There's going to be a Valentine's Day that feels like it's gotten completely ruined by the person that you decided to call Valentine. So you have to make a decision about how you are going to show up on that day and be proud of the person and the version of you that shows up. Sometimes we don't even realize it, but God tests us. He tests us with things. Are you going to pass the test? Are you going to pass the test? Instead of looking at it like punishment, look at it like preparation. That next year, this time, when you're in your relationship, you now have a perspective that is healthy for that relationship dynamic. Okay? All right, family. I love you guys very much. And I am going to jump off. But again, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. Do what makes you happy on your Valentine's Day. Yeah. All right. All right, y'all. I love you guys. I am done with the live. Again, thank you to everybody that contributed to the live. I can't access the other. But I see Asmodos Donatos. Thank you for joining us today. I haven't seen your name before, but thank you. Patrick, thank you. Rob, thank you. He wrote, if y'all want to do something for Sam, this is what y'all do. Share, like, share, subscribe, and tune into the More Than Just Pretty podcast, and make sure she gets Soraya some orange juice with her steak tomorrow. Y'all know Soraya like her some orange juice, y'all. Oh my goodness. Simply orange juice. That baby loved that. Oh my, you think you gave her a present. She loves that orange juice. All right, family. I love you guys. I done got sleepy on y'all. But I hope you guys I hope this helped you on this Valentine's Day. Okay? We'll see each other next week. Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a good time, right? We're going to talk about something else. So keep in mind, please write me in the comments below about what type of conversation you want to have. All right? Let's talk about it. I'm open to suggestions. All right? All right. I love y'all. Have a great night. And I will see you guys next week on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same place, same time. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a happy week. Happy Valentine's Day. I love y'all. Good night.